Hi, this is Stefan Gonick, International Love Coach from FindingTheLoveYouWant.com, and welcome to Love Talk Q&A, the place to be to get your questions answered about finding and keeping the love of your life. In this video, I'm going to answer a question that I received from someone named Masha. And she writes, I guess on the emotional side of a relationship, I'm a bit slow. Since my divorce, I've been cautious. And 3 of the 4 guys I've dated have gotten way far ahead of me. They're ready to commit a few months into the relationship, and I am nowhere close. They get very frustrated when I don't speed up. How can I get them to understand that I just don't move that fast? All right, so this is a wonderful question. It's actually a question that both men and women have. Lots of times for men, it might be further along in the relationship where a woman's wanting to get to some new level of commitment. The man's not ready for it. And it sounds like for you, it's happening more in the earlier stage that the man wants to get more fully into his relationship, into relationship with you, and you have a slower pace. So there's 2 parts to handling this. You asked me what's a good way to handle this and let the guy know. The first part is actually emotional for you. The first part is for you to understand that your pace is exactly right for you. It doesn't matter that his pace and your pace may be different. It's really important to be able to own that your pace is exactly right for you. I'm repeating this because it's so important. So, we all have our own pacing at different times, and that's exactly the right pace for us. So the first part in owning and accepting your own pacing is to address your anxieties and fears that it won't be okay with him. Okay, so this is part 1, is to address these fears. Now, I would use something like EFT or tapping. If you don't already know what that is, I have another video that describes it because it's one of the quickest, fastest ways to do this. And in fact, we'll do a little tapping at the end of this video to give you a start with that. So what we want to do is address your fears that if you honor your pace and stick to it, that the guy, as you say, is going to get frustrated and then, even reject you and things like that. Okay, so now I'll come back to that in a minute. The second part, which is going to be much easier to do once you've successfully done the first part, is then how you communicate your pacing to him. Because when you think about it, if he wants to go faster than you do, and you have your pace is slower than his, not wrong, but just slower, different than his. But if you let him know that, in a sense, you're saying a type of a no to him, right? No to going as fast as you want to go. And no's can be a little hard to hear. And one of the ways we make a no easier to hear is to follow the no with a yes, or to include a yes with the no, in a sense. So how do we do this? Well, if you've kind of cleared out your fears and anxieties about getting a negative reaction from him, and you're much more comfortable with owning your pace as being right for you, then you're going to be in a good place when the topic comes up. And what I recommend you do is, when he brings it up, is with some kind of fun, playful, flirtatious energy, say, it's been wonderful spending time with you and getting together, and I am really looking forward to wonderful things, special things, however you want to say it, when the time is right. So I'm looking forward to getting there with you. So what you're doing is you're having this, sort of fun, flirtatious energy. Of course, it's going to look a lot more different when you do it as a woman than me trying to do it as an example as a guy. But you want to bring out your fun, your playfulness, your flirtation, kind of like, hey, big boy kind of feeling. And it's like, yeah, we're having a great time together, and I'm looking for an even greater time when the time is right. So as you can see, you're bringing in a yes as you're also saying a no. So that's going to make it easier for him to get. And you can even, kind of put your face on his cheek, something like, I'm having such a wonderful time getting to know you and spending time together, and I'm looking forward to really special things, when the time is right. So, whatever you can do to get into it, to get into a positive place, to have something to look forward to feel good about it, which comes from clearing out any negative fears and things like that, So your pace is good. Okay, so we're going to do a little tap, and if you don't already know how to do this, just imitate what I'm doing. And in tapping, what we're going to do is we're going to start by naming the negative feelings to help clear them out through the tapping process. And then we'll start bringing in more positive feelings second. Okay, so tapping on what's called the Karate point, the side of your hand. Repeat after me. Even though I'm afraid that my pacing is too slow. Then you say, even though I'm afraid my pacing is too slow, I deeply and profoundly love and accept myself. Even though I'm afraid that my pacing is too slow and the guy will get frustrated, I deeply and profoundly love and accept myself with kindness and compassion. Even though I'm afraid that my pace is just too slow and that it won't be okay with the guy, I deeply and profoundly love and accept myself. Okay, top of the head. I'm afraid that my pacing is too slow. I'm afraid that the other person will get frustrated. I'm afraid he might even reject me. That he won't wait around. And that I'll lose him altogether. I'm afraid my pace is too slow and it won't be accepted. I'm afraid that he'll get really frustrated and leave. It's already happened 3 times. And I'm afraid it'll happen again. Happened before, I'm afraid it'll happen again. But my pace is right for me. I can't go any other pace than my natural pace. In fact, if I try and go at a different pace, it'll just slow me down even more. I have to honor my pace. In fact, my pace is perfect for me. I know I'm afraid that he won't be okay with it. And that makes me really uncomfortable. I'm afraid he'll get frustrated. I'm afraid he'll reject me and leave. But my pace is my pace. It has to be okay. If the guy won't honor my pace, maybe he's not the right guy. I have to be okay with my own pacing. And my pacing is perfect for me. Now I choose to be comfortable with my pacing. And I choose to be playful about it. I choose to smile. I choose to get flirtatious. I choose to let him know that I'm really happy to be getting to know him. And I choose to let him know that I look forward to wonderful possibilities. I choose to feel good about my pacing. And I choose to feel good about what I'm doing with him. And I choose to give him good reassurance. Without anxiety. I'm just being comfortable with who I am. And be comfortable with who he is. And be comfortable that the right outcome will be the right outcome. If I can relax about my pacing and own it, then I'll be able to be relaxed with him when we talk about it. And then I choose to be playful and flirtatious and reassuring and even make it fun. I can do this. I choose to own my pacing. My pacing is perfect for me. Can't be any other way. I choose to feel good about it because it's right for me. I choose to be playful and flirtatious with him, to give him a yes with the no. And I choose to trust that the right outcome will be the right outcome. I choose to feel good about me and my pacing. And I choose to trust that the right guy will be happy to stick around. Deep breath. So I invite you to reuse this video over and over again until you start feeling more and more comfortable that, yeah, this pacing, this is the right pacing. This is my pacing. It can't be anything other than this. It's not too slow. It's exactly right for me. So own it, accept it, and actually even feel good about it. Because this is really exactly right for you. And it's okay if he has a different pace. That's okay with him too. And then just have fun with it, be relaxed about it, be playful, be reassuring that good times are coming when the time's right. So I hope this was helpful, and I'll see you on the next one. Did you like this video? If so, click on the like button below, subscribe to this channel, and spread the love to your friends. And if you have questions about your love life, please submit them in the comments below, and your question just might appear in an upcoming episode of Love Talk Q&A. Also, if you would like to understand the 3 key blocks to finding love and how to attract your soulmate now, sign up for the free Finding the Love You Want mini course. Well, thank you for hanging out with me, and remember, no matter how long you've been trying, you really can have the life and love you long for. This is Stefan Gonick, International Love Coach from FindingTheLoveYouWant.com. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time on Love Talk Q&A.